welcome to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. It's eviction night number 1! Well, it's not really, is it? It was all a bit of a lie. But what show we had tonight? Here's a quick recap of what went down.
Casey and Lee. The viewers have actually been voting for the couple that they want to send back into the house on a secret mission. That is you two. So you're going to be living together in secret. Not sure how you're feeling about that, Casey.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Ooh, this is... At least it's not a double
I was
bed.
about to say.
At least it's not a double
Hey, don't start, you.
Listen, I've not done anything, it's you.
I've not done anything.
All right.
Oh, God, I hate the way that I'm being perceived.
Lee, know what? Do you know what? I'm not even talking about it no more. It's done now.
It's terrible. Everyone hates me.
Treat Casey like a princess.
Hashtag awkward. So that's what went off a little bit earlier. But how are things looking in there right now? Well, get your peepholes around this one.
I just got myself in a fucking situation.
Yeah, but why did you do it? I don't understand
Because
why
you know what? I started talking to her and started having feelings about her. More feelings than I had for you.
Yeah, but so
and
why...
then I run with it. I'm an emotional person.
Yes, but then why didn't you think to yourself, do you know what? I've already started something with her, so why not wait till the outside? Why kiss her the next night? Maybe then what you should have done is, Lee, you should have gone, Casey, I don't want to carry this on. Like you tried to tell me the other night, instead of going kissing me and going, okay, carry on and walk off, you should have gone no, and then not done anything with her until you got out of here.
I know, but do you know what? I tried that and then...
But instead, you were all over in front of my eyes. How do you think that made me feel?
No, do you know what happened was? Let me finish. I was laying down by myself when we went into the thing, when she first got put in there with us, and I was laying there, and when we come back out, and then we had to go back that night. And then
You kissed her that night?
No, but that's when I started thinking, I really like you, and I always did really like you, and I got myself in a fucked up situation with me and you. I really like you, Casey. We get on so well.
I'll get over it, Lee.
Shut up, right? I'm just saying, we get on really well, right?
Hang on. Answer that, answer.
Hello? 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 Can we get some more drink?
No, you fucking can't get no more drink. Right, let's leave it to them for a bit so we can have a good old gossip with our favourite lady. It's not Lauren Harry. Tonight's cake is the queen of Big Brother, Emma Willis! No, don't like it.
You love it.
I did like it for like all of a minute.
Can I just raise a point, right?
What are you going to make? If you're going to slag me off...
No!
That's all right then.
I'm going to slag our set off. I haven't been up those stairs this series, obviously, because we've only just started. They're filthy.
The stairs are... Babe, we can't afford cleaners.
They're filthy.
We can't afford cleaners, babe. We can't even afford, like, a good second presenter when you're not here. I was expecting, like, an R. Oh, you're a good presenter. Cheers, whatever. Babe, what a night. What a night. How do you think me and Casey felt?
Oh, my goodness. I think... excuse me. It's got to have been so awkward. It was so awkward. To be honest, as soon as they walked out, I felt so sorry for Casey. Lee was just looking like... he was just like... I think part of him was like, what have I done? The other part of it was like, I'm going to stand proud and not really care. And
I think he went into like lad mode, didn't he? He was like, I'm going to try and style this one out. And, then when he said about, obviously, oh, try living with you or something like that, it was like,
I know,
no,
it was
Lee!
like, what? You've just kind of made her feel really stupid for the last couple of days, and now you're saying that as well. And then he told the audience he hated them in a jokey way, and I was just a bit like...
The Big Brother crowd
really?
don't like this.
Oh,
No.
Kind of look in the mirror, maybe.
Do you think
so it was a bit awkward, but, you know, as we've just seen from that clip, I would imagine he's really trying to dig himself out of it, isn't he?
I know, and I think the more he's digging himself out of it, the more he's digging himself in it.
Yeah. Because, you know, I mean, I'm a girl, obviously.
Well,
And I would feel like Casey feels, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I know Lee.
We both know Lee.
You know, aside from Big Brother, he's been friends with my husband for years. I mean, they're not close, but they know each other quite well. And I like him. He's a nice guy, but he's acting really
you just want to shake
wrong.
him and like, Lee, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you think the rest of the house have bought that was a real eviction, or do you think they might think something's
I think they probably have. You know, we played it exactly the same as a real eviction, and all of the words and everything, we did it exactly the same because we wanted everybody to believe that it was a genuine eviction. So all of the wording was precisely as we would do it normally. So I think they've bought it. Have they not bought it? Do you know?
I think they have. No, I've been looking at. We've got a couple of exclusives coming up. I was watching the live feed, and none of them really suspect anything because of the audience reaction.
Yeah.
I think they were like, "Oh, this is obviously
and because
real."
of what's been going on in the house, I think they probably expect that they might have wanted Lee out because of what had been going on.
100%. Well, listen, they are going to be returning to the house. When they return, do you think it's all going to kick off in there? Because Jasmine...
Well, she was saying something at the end. I couldn't really hear because I was outside still and saying goodbye to the audience and everything. But she was saying something about his... What was she saying? I missed it. Was she saying that he'd acted wrongly
She was saying something along the line of like, you know, I think what she was trying to say was like how he's done something wrong. And I think I knew that, like, I wasn't trying to go for it or something. Like, obviously, we'll see it in tomorrow night's main show, but I think she was going along that line, so...
Well, it depends what she said, because, I mean, he is going to be... I would imagine if she said something, he's going to be feeling pretty silly right now, because
and
he's kind of gone for it with her, we think.
Yeah, and now he's gone...
Well, he has, because we've actually seen them snogging in the kitchen, haven't we, tonight?
Well,
it's not just about the bathroom anymore.
It's not just about that toilet.
Like,
no. Biggest bombshell of the night. Casey's not wearing any underwear in that bolt hole.
It was so funny. That was the topic of conversation when we went back to the dressing room. This hour gap that we've had in between shows, and it was like, oh, do you think he's going to try and sleep with her because she's got no knickers on? I'm like, no, I think he'd be really stupid to try and do that right now.
I think perfectly honest.
What, do you think she would do that? Like, no, of course she's not going to do that. Look what's just happened.
She could be wearing a shell suit from the Crystal Maze, and he'd probably try and sleep with her. Let's be fair.
I think, you know, I am hoping that what has just happened will kind of trigger him into thinking that maybe he's made a little bit of a mistake, acted inappropriately to somebody. Chill out, enjoy yourself, and stop trying to cop off with everybody.
Yeah, well, maybe he will, maybe he won't, who knows. Yeah. But one thing I did notice tonight on Twitter is a couple of people like the way you say bolt hole.
I know, it sounds like boat hole, doesn't it?
Well, it sounded a little bit like butthole.
And yeah, I did see that, I saw that. I have to really say it quite slowly, bolt hole. Because otherwise I say...
fast?
Big Brother bolt hole.
Oh, Emma Willis. Well, listen, we know Big Brother is dropping a big bombshell on Friday. I've got an idea of what it might be. Do you think it's going to rock the house with what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Simple answer, I'll just leave it at that. Give it up for Emma Willis, everyone. Well, listen, that's it for part one. But still to come, we'll be meeting tonight's illustrious panel. We'll be getting to grips with all the latest going on in the house. Plus, we're going to have a whole load more exclusive celebrity action. Catch you after this. Welcome back to Celebrity Brothers Bit on the Side, the show that packs more action into 48 minutes than the Jasmine Waltz sex tape. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I could only last 4. Now, it's time to meet tonight's panel. First up, a self-proclaimed international model who calls herself a fabulous Sloane Ranger. She was Team Naomi on The Face. We're expecting her to be a bit of fierce tonight. It's Chloe Jaslin! Like a little dainty dolly, isn't she? Hello. Next up is a man who really needs no introduction. You might know him as Les Battersby, but we know him as the CBB Fish Slapper. It's Bruce Jones. Oh, I can tell he's going to be an handful. And finally, forget Katie Hopkins last night. This lady's the original bitch on the box. It's Nina Misfoff. She's back. She is back. Now, before we have a good old natter about what's gone down tonight, let's take an exclusive peek at what's going on now.
He's pissed off at her, isn't it? Because he feels... Because she went in there and cried.
And then she was just saying...
That's what supposedly made the public not like him, because he supposedly broke someone's heart. But like you said, 72 fucking hours.
People are stupid.
72 hours, you don't fool someone in 72 hours in the Big Brother house. come, keep your distance, baby, don't. And he feels that because she's gonna make on the diary room, that's what's made the public, and it's most probably true. That's what's probably made the public say, get Lee out, get Lee out. So it necessarily could have been her fault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's you with your looks fucking causing trouble.
Per usual.
Oh, Dappy! He's back on it, isn't he? Right, we've got a lot to discuss, so let's get down to it. But first, Chloe, Naomi might not be watching, might not be here, sorry, but she is watching. I've had a phone call, so...
She's always watching, Rylan.
Make sure you're writing everything down.
Absolutely every detail.
You write everything down! You write everything down, okay? Anyway, Nina, what do you make of tonight's twist?
Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, it's wicked and cruel and delicious, and I couldn't love it more because Lee has got his comeuppance. He is such a fool, and he's his own worst enemy, and he's got himself into the situation because he lies to himself. And that's a bad start. Once you lie to yourself and you don't know what you're doing...
Do you think he even knows what he's doing?
He just glosses over it. I mean, and the thing is, he's suffering from brain drain because all the blood from his head has moved elsewhere in his body, and that's why he's not been thinking with his brain, he's been thinking with another head.
Well, let's hope Dappy don't get brain drain, because there won't be no Dappy left with all of that gone down there. Bruce, are you happy that it was Lee and Casey tonight?
Yeah, but I wish someone would tell Lee that the part for 50 Shades of Grey is gone.
Have you got it?
I've got it.
Oh my God, let's back to being 50 Shades. We need to get this going.
But, no, I agree with Nina. He's caused this problem for himself. And now he's really, really lying, or trying to lie his way out. What's going to happen in that room when we see it tomorrow, I don't know. But I
know, tomorrow night's show is going to be good.
I think it's going to go off in that room.
100%. I think it as well. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think, gorgeous?
Hi. You're lovely.
So are you, babe.
I'm hoping that Casey's just going to keep him at arm's length. I think he's going to try and worm his way out of it again. He's like the slimy ex-boyfriend that everybody's had that goes, oh, babe, gives a kiss, I've got to go, off to the other girl. Nah, not having it.
She ain't having it. She's having none of it.
I don't think, because I think Lee's definitely digging himself like a deep hole at the moment, but I think now they've gone in that house, in that secret room, it'll be interesting to see, would Casey be interested to get back there with Lee? And I think something is definitely going to happen, because I think, yeah, exactly, they're going to have more drinks in there, and I'm sure, believe this, I'm sure something will happen in there.
Do you know what? This is what we want to see. You know, is Chloe going to? Is Casey going to be the sort of girl that's going to go, oh, do you know what? Forget about it and just get it back on with him? Is Lee going to try it on? We don't know. But listen, Chloe, as the housemates know that they think Casey and Lee have both been evicted. How do you think that this is going to affect the house once they return?
It's going to inevitably alter the dynamic considerably. For one, I think the housemates will be looking at their own behaviour and thinking, why were they evicted? Why those two? And perhaps being a little bit more restrained, you know, joining in with Lionel with some soft shuffling and some jazz hands as opposed to... You know, I thought it was Linda Nolan that was making waves, not Louisa and Jasmine in the bathtub.
I know.
No, I really, I think it's going to change the whole situation. They're really going to look at themselves.
Well, listen, Bruce, they'll be watching the housemates' every single move. Do you think it's going to cause trouble? Do you think there's going to be trouble in the house when they return?
Yeah, because they're listening to everything that's being said about the pair of them now. So, I think she will go mad at the other girl, the American girl. That will kick off. Plus, I think other people are now getting involved in what's been said and why they're out and why I knew they're blaming Lee and the situation he's got himself into.
Yeah.
So when they do come out of that room, the other housemates are going to be shocked as hell because they'll find out that they've been listening to everything they've been saying.
But then on the flip side, do you think, Nina, knowledge is power in Big Brother, we all know that. Do you think that the trouble is going to be mainly caused by these two, or do you think it's going to be caused more by the housemates that are in the main house because they're going to be more shocked?
It depends what comes out. It depends what they say.
I think Jasmine's going to be one to watch in this situation, isn't she?
The situation is, and also because Casey doesn't know the extent to which she doesn't know anything about what happened in the loo. And if that comes out, while they're and they hear that's going to kick off in there. So that's going to take up an awful lot of time and energy and arguments. So knowledge is power, but what's that going to do to Casey because she will find out about what he was doing with Jasmine. So even if he tries to get back with her,
but do you think she will? Because obviously Lee's the only person who knows everything about the whole love triangle and what's actually gone on. So Chloe, do you think that Lee will be honest? Do you think he's going to tell Casey everything that's gone on with him and Jasmine?
I think he is going to make that situation as easy for himself as possible, and it's really difficult. It's like he got in the house, he got involved with Casey, and then he went off and had the kind of affair with the sexy lady, and well, she is absolutely stunning.
Say sexy
But now
lady
he's back
again.
with his wife again.
Say sexy lady again.
Sexy lady.
Oh!
And now he's in the situation where he's in a kind of glorified travel lodge with the ex-wife. So I'm so interested to see what happens. I think it's going to be glorious.
Other hotels are available if you're interested. Do we think we're going to see big old fireworks when they come back? Who thinks they know what's going to kick off? Go on, babe.
I think it's going to kick off because with when they go back into the house, I think Jasmine is going to. They're then going to play back what's happened in.
Oh, so like when I was in there with Spidey, we'll get a bit of a playback.
Yeah, you get a playback and they're going to watch it, and I think they're going to then realise that Lee is playing both of them. So you never know, yeah.
But when Jasmine actually sees them coming out, she'll wonder what's been going on with Casey and him in the house, in the room.
In the bolt hole.
In the bolt
or the butt hole, as old Willis calls it.
Jasmine won't care.
Nina, they've been...
Jasmine won't care because she only cares about herself, so she's not going to care.
But Jim Davison knows what.
Well, this is what I was going to say. I'm going to go totally off script here because Jim thinks he knows, obviously, what went on in that toilet, but he's not really revealed it too much. He said something briefly to Sam and Ollie in the kitchen we saw, but do you think he's just going to come out and say it?
At some point, and Louisa saw them kissing, so Louisa knows far more, so that, it's going to come out.
I reckon it will as well. Yeah. Little clap for the panel now. Listen, remember, if you lot at home have got something to say we want to hear about, you can leave us on our Twitter or through our website. All the details should be on the screen now. Still to come, we've got more exclusive from the house. Chloe, you better be writing this down. Naomi's watching.
Oh, gosh.
She's watching! Write it down! Catch you after this. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, after the last couple of shows, if you're still wondering, we can confirm that Liz Jones is still in the house. And now it's exclusive time. Have a little look, but my bets is that it probably doesn't involve Liz.
Why are you so bothered?
Because I felt like I'd been just like completely misguided of my feelings. That's why I'm bothered. I'm not bothered about being with you. I'm over that. I'm already over that. But I'm bothered about the fact that you disregarded my feelings.
I haven't disregarded your feelings.
You did, Lee.
I haven't. I've thought about the fact that I actually really like her, Casey.
That's fine, babe.
Like,
go for it.
Where can I go for it?
Well, you done that.
Me and you weren't together anyway.
No, we weren't. But don't be all over me, telling me all of that, and then stopping and doing it in my face with someone else.
I didn't really say that much to you. I didn't say that much. But I didn't.
You did.
I didn't. I didn't say I love you.
No.
I said I like you.
But you.
I said I like you.
And you said you liked me. You said you wasn't her. You liked me. You want to see what happened on the outside. Blah blah.
When did
blah.
I say that?
You said we'll go out when we get out.
Yeah, and I've said it to everyone. We'll go out when we get out.
Yeah, but it wasn't the way that you was kissing me and cuddling me in bed. You weren't doing that with anybody else.
We've been kissing and cuddling in bed. Well, not whatever like that. But I'm just saying we've said to everything. I never said that I wanted to be your fucking boyfriend.
No.
Well, exactly. So why are you tripping?
Oh my God, best twist ever, or what? Right, ladies and gentlemen. Try that again. We practiced this all day. There was supposed to be a drum roll, a fanfare, and now it's ruined. Thanks, guys, in the gallery. It's time for the first phone room of the series! And you'll be pleased to hear that Ricky's still here. Yes, Ricky Valentine, he's back. He's ready to take your calls, and unfortunately, he tried to get another job and he couldn't. Ricky, who's on line one?
We have Mel from Cambridge.
Mel from Cambridge. What's your chat, babe?
Hello.
Hiya, you all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. So basically, I think whoever went into the bolt hole would be really interesting because they've basically spent quite an intense period of time being paired up together and doing the tasks together.
Yeah.
So, I think to spend another few days locked up together would bring out any tensions if there are any. And I think, with Casey and Lee, they might actually make up their differences in there, and it might not be that inflammatory.
Well, so far, Mel, I mean, we've just been watching the exclusives from the last sort of 40 minutes or so, and they're not making up as of yet.
Yeah, I guess it's still early days, but I just think there's probably quite a natural instinct to form a bond with someone in that situation because they're going to be paired off. They've got to watch the rest of the group talking about them. So I think it might actually create a bit of an us and them divide and strengthen the bond between them.
Are you happy that it was them two that was chosen?
I would have actually quite liked to see Dappy and Liz go in there.
Why?
I just think that's what Big Brother's all about. They're so completely different, completely different backgrounds, thrown together, see how they interact, see if there's any common ground between them. And I think Liz is quite an intriguing person, really, because she's quite sort of controversial.
I think we need to see a bit more of Liz. I really do.
Yeah, I think we do.
I think you should wait for the news. We might have a little item in there about,
I hope so,
controversial Liz. But thanks for your call, babes.
Yeah, thank you very
much. Lots of love. Happy New Year.
Take care. Bye.
Who's on line two?
Richard from Derby.
Richard from Derby. What's your chat?
Hi, Rylan.
Hello, mate. You all right? Yeah, good. What's your chat, mate?
My chat is there seems to be a blossoming friendship between Jim and Lionel. I noticed that in the garden, and also there is a friendship between Lionel and Ollie. I'm wondering what you think about that.
It's always nice to make friends, but what you got to remember is that Jim and Lionel, they go back, way back from when Jim was on. Was it Opportunity Knocks? I think Jim was on, wasn't he? Before his career really took off, and Lionel had the deciding vote for Jim to win. So practically, Lionel's Jim's career is sort of Lionel's doing, I suppose, in a way. And Lionel and Ollie, oh my God, they're just don't you just love them?
Yeah, two peas in a pod, really. It's like sort of in almost sort of a way that it's granddad and grandson, but in a nice sort of way.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But Richard, thanks for your call.
Thanks, Rylan.
Take care, mate. We'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bless him. Who's on line for him?
Gillian from Paisley.
Gillian from Paisley. What's your chat, girl?
Hiya, Ryan.
Hiya.
I was just going to say, I really hate that Louisa. You know how whenever she just seems to be really two-faced, and she's kind of playing people off of each other. Have you noticed that? I just don't like two-faced bitches.
Oh, harsh words from Gillian from Paisley. You know what I've seen on Twitter tonight? A lot of people have been saying that Louise says they've seen her sort of go between group to group and sort of be the bit of a grass, really, I suppose, like a bit of a snitch. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. And Rylan, I was going to ask you a question. Who would you rather be in the boat hole with, Jedward or Spidey?
Oh. I don't know whether I could legally answer that question, so I'm not gonna. But Gillian, I'll take you in any day, babe. But thank you for your call. We'll speak to you soon. Bye, Gillian.
Bye.
Well, that really did throw me. And I love them all. Line 4, we got a quick line 4.
Stacey from Worcestershire.
Stacey from Worcestershire, I know who you are. Hello, babes.
Hi, Rylan. I love you and I miss you so much.
I miss you too, babe. What's your chat?
I like how honest and open Louisa is with all of her opinions, and I agree with everything she said so far. And I like how she confronts people instead of bitching about them behind their back.
She is very honest, isn't she, Louisa?
Yeah.
She's not afraid to tell people what she thinks of them. Do you think that's going to see her go far in the competition, or do you think that it's going to get her out early because of nominations?
I think she could do well, because I think she'll be popular with the public for being honest and upfront with people.
True say, true say. Well, Stacey, thank you for your call. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Bye, Stace.
Bye.
That's all we've got time for. Oh. Thank you. But now we can go back to the house for another juicy exclusive. And Lee's ranting in the diary room. Chloe Jasmine, I hope you're writing this down because Naomi is watching.
Lee, everything in the house feels like it's 100 times worse than it is. It's really
but
intense.
do you know what? It's like, you know why? I got upset because I didn't want to upset her. Because I saw... I don't give a fuck what you lot think. I give a fuck what she thinks.
And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, does it?
No, don't. Because I really do like her, but I'm a dickhead, because why, after a couple of days, would I think that anything's going to happen with it anyway?
You don't know that.
No, I don't know, it's just... You don't get that feeling a lot when you get that butterflies feeling. And I don't know why, but it's just because I'm in this fucking house and it's all heightened. But I did really feel something for her, I did.
This is so cringe. I'm like, what's he going to do? Well, listen, tonight the housemates are going to nominate for the first time, but who do we think is going to be up? So, Nina, first off, Lee's obviously been voted into the bolt hole, which means he's immune.
Right.
Do you think he's had a lucky escape?
He's had a very lucky escape because he should be out. Those are crocodile tears, or they're tears of self-pity. And he's lying. He's lying when he says, I only care what she thinks. That's an absolute lie. So he's had a very lucky escape, very lucky escape. I would have thought that of the people about to be nominated, one would definitely be Jasmine. The other would be Liz.
What would you say that's because of? Purely because of how she acted on launch night? She sort of put a lot of noses out on launch night, let's be fair.
Well,
or do you think it's her behaviour afterwards?
Those irritating, cliched, central casting, fifth-rate starlets, who is hard as nails and out to get what she wants, and she uses all she's got, and that's the way she works. And it's not very hard to work that out.
And that's why we put her into the house, mate. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Chloe, do you think Lee's had a lucky escape?
Has Lee had a lucky escape?
Yeah, not being obviously put up for nomination, he's immune.
Oh my gosh, of course he's had a lucky escape. In the situation he's in now, I wouldn't exactly call lucky, and I really hope they don't kill each other. But
I think Big Brother would probably step in if it got near to it.
Yeah. I mean, there are some people, I think, that are in danger, like the more opinionated characters such as Jim, and certain scenarios in the house which are really going to get on the housemates' nerves. Like, for instance, Jasmine may be in danger, but we'll see.
Well, talking of Jasmine, Bruce, obviously Lee and Casey are in the bolt hole. If Jasmine does go up for nomination, do you think that we're at risk of losing part of that love triangle?
I think Jasmine will be voted out.
You do?
I do, yeah. I mean, she's already been lied to by Lee, because he said tonight on TV that she should come to England. She said, I can't just come to England. He said, you can. If you got married, I'd marry you.
Well, I ain't going to buy an at just it, Jim. You know what I mean? It's all going a bit far.
So I think the way they reacted to Lee, the audience outside the studio tonight...
Yeah. She's put a few noses out of joint herself as well, because we're seeing it from the point of view. I think the audience will agree that Casey's the victim here. Are we? Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, I would say so, and I think that the public will go for Casey as the victim, whereas Jasmine as being seen as the bitch.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, listen, let's move on from the love triangle. Let's move on to Jim and Linda. Do you think Linda's going to be gunning for Jim in noms tonight, you do?
I think she's out for him. From day one, she's made it quite clear she doesn't like him, and I think it's just a matter of time before it all kicks off.
I don't think it's going to...
I thought Jim was marvellous the other day when he just walked out. Linda had a go at him, and he just said, I'm going. And then she had a session about him then.
Do you know what? I think we've got to pay Jim a bit of due here, because I think a lot of us were expecting Jim to walk in and us all instantly hate him. Let's be fair. And I think so far...
Very clever game.
Do you think it's a game?
Very clever game. Yeah. He did a reality show before and was bounced out for his views.
Which was Hell's Kitchen, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And he is somebody that actually, down the years, has been a complete Jekyll and Hyde. And what Linda said before, that he's fine when you know, sober, but when he has a drink, not. Now, he's come in here and he knows all that he's gone through in the last 9 months. He needs to refresh his image in some way. He can't come in with racist, sexist, homophobic views, getting drunk, abusing women, being rude.
Well, so far, he hasn't.
No,
so we can't really.
No, so he knows that if there's a confrontation, the only way he could deal with it is to walk away, which he did. But if you get enough drink inside him, I'd like to see what happens. I don't really want to see what happens, but believe me, what you see is not the whole man.
Well, let's move on to another housemate that are rubbing people up the wrong way in there, Liz.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, all right. Not rubbing him up the wrong way. Bruce, do you think Liz could be in the firing line?
Liz could be another one that could go. I mean, some of her views are, if you don't like my views, get on my wavelength and listen to my views. And never force your views down anyone's throat, you know. That is wrong.
Nina, what about you? Do you think she's in the firing line?
Absolutely. Listen, if any of you read her columns, she is somebody who appears to be barking mad in many, many ways. She has absolutely no idea of really how she is.
And the housemates did call her out on it, didn't they? Lionel did in the Tower.
She has no compunction about writing about anything. I mean, she's created a new form of journalism that she exposes every aspect of herself and even the most denigrating things about herself. But at the same time, she is so obsessed in her own world, in me, that she can't actually see other people for who they are, I think.
Okay,
She's just completely obsessed. She is the centre of her own universe.
Well, very, very, very quickly down the panel, I just need a name to run out of time. Chloe, who do you think's going to go this week?
That's a tough one.
Quick name.
Okay, Jasmine.
Jasmine, Bruce.
Jasmine.
Jasmine, Nina.
Jasmine. And the one who's definitely going to stay until the end is Ollie.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, that is it for this part. But coming up, we'll be sending Nina and Chloe Jasmine to the reality gallery to get all the latest from the BB Bolt Hole. And Chloe, don't forget your notepad. Naomi's watching you. Catch you after this. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, we've got a bit of breaking news, guys. Bit of breaking news. Dappy has just been in the bathroom with Lee. Have a little look. Vile. That is vile. Here's today's news. What's he eating for it to be green? At 10:04 this morning, there was even more bathroom action. Oh.
Lee comes in with her, right, in here with the tap on blaring for like 15 minutes. Blatantly, what do you think they're doing? Exactly the same thing he done to me the other night. Bring me in the toilet, puts the tap on to kiss me. In here for like 15 minutes. Kissing, goes out, she calls him back in again, comes back in again, tap back on. Blatantly kissing, exactly what he did to me the other night. So then Jasmine goes, I don't think I need to go to the toilet. Well, why you get a bit with Casey? Because I don't think Lee's going to sleep in bed with Casey. No. Right, and I went, why is he not sleeping in bed? I said, it's a bed. Now it's creating another drama in the issue. Lee comes over like, Lee, I said, why are you not sleeping in bed? I said, it's a fucking bed. Don't create an issue or a drama or something. Don't need to be created because we're meant to have sorted this now. He went, I don't want to feed the story anymore. They're lying there, holding each other's hands, blowing kisses, giggling and whatever. Oh, you don't want to feed the story? Jesus Christ.
I love a bit of toilet chat, don't you? Well, at least this time the bloody tap weren't running, so we'd actually hear what was going on for a change. At 1:04 this afternoon, Dappy gave Jasmine a lesson in talking street.
Jasmine, lesson, quick. Alright, so if a chick is nice, if a chick's pretty, we say you're a piff.
What?
If a chick is pretty, you say you're a piff.
You're piff.
If a chick is ugly, you say you're butters. Say it.
You're butters.
You're butters. So if you want to keep quiet, so you got to keep stum.
Keep stum.
If someone's an idiot, like he's a complete plank, like you see if he's like
a Larry?
Like a Larry, like you're a plank, you're a straight up plank, or you're a waste man. Say it, say you're a waste man.
You're a waste
man.
man.
Say Dappy, you're a waste man.
Dappy, you're a waste man.
Oh, God. When you're ready, Jim, I'll give you the 1-2 lingo lesson too.
Lingo lesson.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
All right. I'm pretty ghetto myself, right? Right, so I'm gonna have a go. Right, you ready? Right, here we go. You need to keep stum. You as a waste man, Dappy. Your lingo lesson made you look like a complete plank. But I tell you what, that Jasmine is defo not bad. She's pissed. She's pissed. Really. And finally, no, seriously now, I've got some serious breaking news. Earlier, we revealed that Liz Jones is, in fact, still in the house. And today, she actually did stuff. Have a look at this.
Tick, tock, tick, tock. Time is measured on a clock. It says tick tock. It says tick tock. The ticking, talking, ticking tock of time never stops. Tick tock.
Here we go.
Each day in the morning, as the sun begins to rise, the hands upon the clock will say it's time to open up your eyes.
Well, she yawned, she had a cup of tea, and she stared blankly into space. She was money well spent. That was today's news. Right, we can now go up to Nina and Chloe Jasmine in the reality gallery. Chloe's been taking notes, so what's been going on, girls?
Oh, Ryan, it's been fabulous. The housemates have started nominating, but we can't reveal who they've nominated. But Ollie was up first and nominated someone for these reasons. She doesn't give very much to the group, doesn't try to get to know us. And the second one was, he hasn't offered to cook or clean or anything. Teamwork doesn't seem to be his forefront.
Okay, I think we can have our guesses there.
Evander was next up. He has only nominated the people whose names he can remember.
Okay.
His reasons were, she's controversial, brews a lot of trouble, stirring stuff up, and he's a super nice guy. So it's strategic, my nomination. Nobody else will nom him.
Oh, not too bad. We got any other gossip, Nina?
Yes, Dappy is fuming because Louisa says he sleeps all day. They've had a huge argument. He says he works so hard at his career, he's trying to get as much sleep in the house as possible.
Oh, well, that's an excuse for sleeping. Have we got any other gossip?
I think Chloe's got some gossip.
I sure do. Ollie taught Jasmine how to play I Spy.
Well, that is gossip hot off the press. Thank you, ladies, and I'll see you both soon. See you later, girls.
No point. Somebody just looks like
It does actually look like the Eurovision Song Contest to me, man. Ian,
right,
what's going down? You've got a load to get through.
Yeah, first of all, happy birthday, Toby Baker.
Yes, Toby Baker!
There we go. Secondly, as we just heard, nominations are happening right now. They've not long started, so it's going to be a long night for us, but we will have the exclusive results on channel5.com/Big Brother tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to vote as soon as we announce the results.
And on the app as well.
Oh, and on the app, of course.
Getting the app. I love the app.
You can get the app on one of these. It's a...
Liz Jones Eye.
Oh yeah,
Tablet.
I forgot she was there. She's on the tablet. I've also got some tweets on here, celebrity tweets tonight.
Oh, go on.
Vicky from off of Geordie Shore
Why
says,
Vicky, why
catching up on CBB and Lee Ryan is a complete ball bag. Shagging around does not put inches on your dick, sunshine. Poor Casey.
Oh.
Poor Casey was trending earlier.
Vicky being as reserved as she normally is. Cheers, Vic. Who else?
Equally controversial, I've got Frankie Boyle. He says, watching Dappy and Evander Holyfield rescue contestants from aliens by guessing the length of one of their sex tapes was kind of amazing.
Oh, wicked. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, loving the series.
Eamon Holmes is also loving the
Eamon,
series.
my telly dad.
He's been tweeting a lot. He says, so let me get this straight. Lee Ryan gets locked up in a bedroom with a busty glamour puss who's not wearing underwear, and that's a punishment? Fair point.
Well, I think it will be punishment with them too.
Moving on from celebrities, Luke Marsden has tweeted...
Don't be horrible.
Imagine being locked in a room with a girl that you've been snogging for days and then took a virtual dump on. Take a bow, Lee. Glyn
I love
Wise.
how people are really holding back tonight. I really do.
Glyn Wise, another former housemate,
Love
says,
Glyn.
as much as you don't like him, Lee is brilliant viewing. Glad he's still there. And James Ingham says, massive return to form for CBB. Best reality show on TV at the moment.
There you go. It's best reality show on telly. You can't have a moan up. Ian, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I love chatting to you.
Oh,
Because I'm only here like 3 days a week. And
Yeah, we make
you
the
really
most
make
of
my
it.
midweek.
Aw.
Thanks, Ian. We all love her. Well, listen, that is your lot for tonight. Thank you to all the panel and our fantastic audience, guys. Cheers. I'm back here on Friday for our first real eviction, but tune in tomorrow where Emma will be twisting her melon man with a Happy Monday Shaun Ryder. Let's hope that the bleeper button's working. See you later. Good night.